Happy Halloween and welcome back to my channel where I make spooky and weird art year round. And today I'm doing a super spooky haunted hidey hole, which is both spooky and weird. It's a double hitter. So strap in and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and let's get started. So I ran a poll on YouTube here on whether or not I should do a haunted theater or an Alice in Wonderland chessboard. And the theater won. So that's what I'm doing. I'm doing a theater, a haunted theater with haunted wooden floors. Shwabam. And if you're wondering, why is there a hole in your floor? Well, I assume that most stages have trapdoors, right? For, I don't know, trapdoor things. All right, I'm gonna level with you. The one time that I've been on a stage was in high school. And I literally played a bird. I played a bird in Alice in Wonderland. I didn't spend a lot of time on the stage, but I do remember it having a curtain. However, I don't remember it being on fire. Look, I was trying to burn off the little pieces and it got a little out of hand, okay? It's fine. Now our curtain will just be a little bit burnt. Maybe we'll work that into our story. You know, the amazing story that I usually tell. And I am using the word amazing lightly here. But every stage needs lights, and in order to reflect those lights, I put these mirrors back here. That way our stage will be totally lit. But I gotta make the hole for the lights to go through. And since I hate using power tools, I just burn a hole. And then string all these lights through. And who do you guess shows up every time I do this? Emily. It's like she comes out of a deep sleep from her third circle of hell just to annoy me. It's okay. We still love you, Emily. Even though you can be a little handsy. Pawsy. Definitely a little mouthy. Emily, quit eating my lights. Get out of here. And I know people say, why don't you kick Emily out of your studio? Well, you look at that little face and tell her she can't come into my studio. You know, cats have persuasive powers. Also, they're little Houdinis. They're gonna get in anyway. And they hate a closed door. I feel like if I close the door, they'll just eat the door until I open it. Anyways, so now I'm just adding more lights to my stage and little doodads, you know, because it's a fancy stage. And a fancy stage needs a balcony. Scratch that. 2 balconies. Bam. 2 golden balconies. Shwapa. With balcony doodads. I like the word doodad. It's like the word bric-a-brac or knick-knack. Did I just make up the word bric-a-brac? No, I'm pretty sure that's a real word. Perhaps a paddywhack. Wait, isn't a paddywhack something that cops put people in? I don't know. Anyways, it's time to bust out the foil, which I hate doing. I know I've said this before, but foil gets everywhere. It's horrible stuff. Luckily, we sucked up any flyaways. All right, and with this being a fancy theater, we need fancy archways for our balcony windows. Would they be windows or doors? I'm gonna go with windows because you don't walk through them. I mean, if you did, you'd end up falling to your death. And you know, that could be part of the story. We could make that. And I don't know where the story is gonna go yet. And we're gonna go on that adventure together at some point in this video as soon as I think of one, which has not happened yet. Ooh, ready? Bam! That's right, my snapping fingers have been getting a good exercise in this video. And what are we making? I'm making stairs because they need to get up onto the stage. I assume. I mean, you could just go behind this stage to get onto the stage. But wait, do stages have stairs? I'm pretty sure they do. What if you have an event and you're like showing people? No. You know, like graduation. Yeah, they have to have stairs. Oh, right, I forgot to tell you. Our theater is inside of a camera. Get it? Because movies and cameras, and although aren't plays on stages, not movies. Movies are in it doesn't matter. What does matter is a super cool transition that I'm about to do. Watch. Ready? Shwabam. That's weird. Maybe I'm all transitioned out. And why am I making this cowbell? Because every project needs more cowbell. Just kidding. Whee! Oh, look, that transition worked. It's the little cone thing for the camera. It's really starting to look like a real camera, but it's not looking very haunted. So I'm gonna make it more distressed with this dirty green paint. Speaking of hauntings, maybe we should discuss how this theater got haunted in the first place. So it's obviously abandoned, but a long time ago it wasn't. It was like the place to be. Emily, don't you have some place to be? Anyways, ignoring Emily. This theater was super awesome with lots of theater goers, patrons, customers, I don't know, play watchers. In fact, this place was so awesome that the famous movie star, Bridget Curtain Paint got her start here. But Bridget Curtain Paint, she's not part of the story. I'm just trying to tell you how popular this theater was. Anyways, so it drew huge crowds of people. However, the director was a bit of a nut job. We'll call him Kevin. Well, Kevin being a bit of a nut job. Which, what does nut job mean? I mean, I kind of get it. It means a little bit cuckoo, but where did that phrase come from? Does it have something to do with squirrels? Does it mean Kevin was a little bit squirrely? Because I assume he was. Anyways, so squirrely Kevin had this big plan to put on the best play that ever played. So he wrote a script about people suddenly not alive anymore. And I don't mean ghosts. I mean like a single person making other people suddenly unalive. You know, the M word, the murder. Ooh, side note. So I get a lot of comments on how I make my bubbles, and it's just embossing powder. You know, the stuff that you use on greeting cards, only I don't make greeting cards. I make dirt and bubbles. This is going to be the ceiling of our theater, and I assume abandoned theaters' ceilings are not in the best shape. Oh, hello, Emily. I just wanted to show you. This is how she sits on my lap with her little toe bean razors sticking up. Look at them. Are they cute? Anyways, back to the story. So Kevin writes a script about people not being people anymore, for a lack of a not better word, but I can't say it here. But the script that Kevin wrote was a little bit brutal, and he had trouble casting people in it. Like, nobody wanted to do that play. So instead, Kevin just stole people off the street, and Kevin played the lead role. But the people off the street are not very good actors, because they're not actors, they're people. Not that actors aren't people, but you know what I mean. So instead of Kevin teaching people how to act, he just straight up did it for real. And he put them in like Saw situations. Like the movie. I don't know. How old am I? I assume the youth knows about that movie. And if you don't, you probably should. Ready? Here we go. Flip. And then I have this almost empty tape roll that I need the roll out of. Snap. Oh, what the heck? Okay, let's make an Oreo. Add the stuffing and the top, and there it is, an Oreo sandwich. Whatcha? But hold on, we need two. Shwabam. Can you guess what these are going to be for? They're going to be the little tape reel thing on the top. I was going to put a little haunted wardrobe inside of them, but it didn't really work out. Insert clip of failed haunted wardrobe. Yeah, it was just too thick. That's what she said. So I went with something more simpler, like these. But if I just glue them on top like this, they want to roll all over the place. So I bent this popsicle stick into an arch like a really long time ago. I think I was trying to make wooden bracelets or something. But you know what? Like most of my projects, I didn't finish it. Because I have ADHD, yay! But it made a really good arch for my film reels to sit on. See, now they're not rolling all over the place. Anyways, so Kevin named his play Box Cutter instead of Saw. Get it? Hold on, look at this little bell. It's kind of sad. It's somebody's souvenir from the Grand Canyon, but now I'm destroying it because it ended up in a secondhand store. And that makes it fair game. And I don't want to hear anybody argue, okay? It made the perfect eyepiece for my whatever camera. Okay, anyways, so Kevin came out with the play Box Cutter, which is a really lame name, but Kevin is really lame, so it's fitting. And lots of people flocked to this play because they thought the special effects were amazing, which weren't actually special effects if you catch what I'm throwing down. And I believe you do. But people were starting to notice all the missing people, and that's when the cops came to question Kevin. Because all the people that were missing happened around his theater. Look, Kevin's not smart enough to go elsewhere for his people. So the cops caught on pretty quickly, and they put Kevin in a patty whack because that's where cops put people. Ooh, watch me swell against this up. Or actually, I'm just patinaing it. Snap. There, now it looks old and crusty, just as it should. Anyway, so Kevin escapes from his patty whack, and the theater gets shut down, obviously, because nobody wants to go to a theater with that kind of history. Box Cutter was the last play to play there, and nobody was able to find Kevin ever again. But people still mysteriously go missing around the theater. In fact, anybody who enters the theater doesn't return. Beware. Which is why I put the staff-only door on the outside. Although technically it should just say don't enter because even staff aren't safe at Kevin's theater, which is also a really lame name for a theater. We need to rename it. How about Kevin's Kill Cabaret? Although I don't think Kevin was killing the whole time. I don't know. Maybe the name was lost with the history. And then look, the ghosts use their little ghost plasma to warn other people that, hey, there's some craziness going on here. Which didn't really help because the people still went missing. But anyways, look at that. We're done. And did you see the little bird cage that I added in the middle? Which I guess was part of the show, Box Cutter. I mean, Saw. Anyways, what do you guys think? And if you guys want to vote on my next poll, I'm going to try to do that more on here. So make sure that you're subscribed to my channel. And maybe leave some comments down below on what I should poll next. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.